Hello and welcome to a SmurDP video, and today we're looking at Power Rangers Lightning Collection Lightspeed Rescue Blue Ranger from Wave 15, if I remember correctly. We are on Wave 15, the perceived last wave before this break, and I guess we'll see whatever this break is. There have already been rumblings that McFarlane and Hasbro have struck some sort of deal. Now what that means for this particular line will be interesting, or whether they just do their own line, I don't know, but it will be interesting to see. I hope that they stick to this, because there are so many more fantastic teams and Rangers to come out. Cosplay Power Rangers. I've gone on a tangent, but I hope that happens. So here we have Chad Lee, Lightspeed Rescue Blue Ranger. He's about 6 inches tall. And here is the accessories and promo picture there. And then this is very nice. I do like this side. This is very cool. If you're a mint in box collector, this side is the side you want. So let's get him out of his packaging. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Why on earth would you do this to the actor Michael who played Chad Lee? I do not friggin' know. This face sculpt is awful. It's like they were trying to capture the fun essence and you know, great smile off the actor, and they've almost made him look like he's not sure what the hell he's doing. Absolutely bonkers, absolutely bonkers. I have no idea what their intent was with that, but it's the worst. And I don't get me wrong, we've had some real headbangers in terms of head sculpts, and it's fine. I can usually live with that, because ultimately I don't necessarily mind, because I don't always put the heads, the civilian heads on. It's only for certain moments that I would probably do that, so it's not the end of the world. But I do feel like the actor has been sort of let down, etc. A little bit disappointing in terms of that. He comes with these closed fist hands, which actually just look like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger hands. Bear in mind, I haven't looked at the gloves that these guys wore, etc. Now, I think the next thing that sort of irks me as well is the fact that we've got two gun-holding hands when one of his weapon is a sword. Or, you know, or maybe you meant to hold... No, I feel like you meant to hold it as a sword. It's the gun and it turns into this, etc. That irks me a bit. I feel like there should have just been a normal hand going on, etc. And then the other accessory is the effect, which is cool. The effect's cool, and then the helmet, which we will look at him with. And I feel like once I've got that on, I will feel a lot better about this figure than I do right now. And it's quite surprised, you know, we know that, I mean, it's the biggest non-secret ever that they're going on this break. But I find it interesting that in this last wave, they have done almost started three new teams: RPM, Lightspeed Rescue, Turbo. That tells me that there is intent to come back, but just be better. Maybe they just need to reevaluate. We know Hasbro's, you know, they're doing lots of stuff at the moment, which isn't very nice to lots of people who probably work hard for their company. You know, and for that I'm sad, because in a way, you know, when I buy these Hasbro toys, you know, I want the people behind it to be successful, the people that work hard to deliver these things. And yeah, they're not always perfect, but you know, for these to keep coming, that business needs to be successful. But there's been so many weird stuff that's happened with Hasbro in the last year. You know, some of the sales are just absolutely bonkers, and I generally don't get it. I think it was them trying to hike the prices that I think affected them so severely, so that when they did the sales were so the other side that it's created this sort of avalanche effect, and you know, it's affecting people's lives now, which is not nice for anyone. So anyway, here he is. So let's look at articulation. The head can go all the way around. A little nod up and down, that's about it. There is a butterfly on the arm. You can lift this. You can shift it at the ball joint. Then you can shift it at the bicep. then you can do the double joint on the arm. You can spin the hand. You can do the hand up and down. You can swivel that around. Just be careful, because you might, I do worry that you might chip some paint. Meaning I can see there that there's a little bit of paint chipping, which is a little bit disappointing. And then you got the ab, crunchy, 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 but you got this belt here to be careful of. Now you got this piece here, so if you are doing this piece, you got to be careful that you don't stress that out. And it does have the little drop down joints, which I'm not a fan. One thing I want to point out, they are all pinless joints, which is great. A swivel on the thigh, then a lifty, doubly up on the leg, swivel on the shin, lefty, righty, upsy, really tight upsy, and really tight downsy, very tight. Just remember, you can make these joints a little bit looser by using, I think boiling water is one, and the other one is blah, 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 if I can remember correctly, a hair dryer, good old-fashioned hair dryer. So there we go. There is the civilian body, the articulation. Let's look at him with his helmet on. Okay, so here is the head sculpt of the helmet, which once again looks very, very nice. I do like that. Very, very straightforward, etc. I just wanted to point out the beautiful detail on the belt piece here, and then you got some nice little detail there. I feel like, and I can't remember if that's what it was like in the show. If that was, had a little bit of paint in there, that would have been perfect. And then obviously him holding the gun. So like I said, if he's not got a gun in there, that just looks very, very bizarre. So the gun is very, very nice and just sits in there. Some nice little paint apps on there, as you can see, which is very, very cool. And then we'll just take the sword, and very, very simple. We could just put the sword in like, yeah, he says, while struggling off camera. You put in the sword there. Now the sword is very, very small, which makes sense because it is, these bits are kept inside a gun, so it does actually make a lot of sense. But in reality, it's more like, do you know when the Rangers, original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, their guns used to turn into that blade blaster? That's what that sort of feels like. I cannot remember if, like, bear in mind I only watched it probably a couple months ago. I cannot, in fact, maybe it was September. It was September. That was months ago. I can't remember whether they had other weapons as well. If they did, then, you know, that's disappointing for us. But that doesn't mean that it's over. That just means that they can play catch up later, which sometimes they have done in this line. You remember the Cogs coming with Rocky's weapons? That happened. So, you know, there is opportunity there. But I do, in excluding the head, I actually really like this head here. I mean, I've got a couple of paint issues on mine, which obviously I'm disappointed. But I do actually feel like this is a beautiful, beautiful figure. I do love how this looks. It is great, etc. And perhaps he does come with everything that you would expect him to come with. Come on, you would expect to be a dab hand at this. And then you can add the little effect in there like so, which looks very, very cool. But I do feel like if it's meant to be a sword, it feels a little bit small compared to the body piece. You know, just not even much, just a little bit more, and that would have been the perfect size. I'm always critical of this piece. This is the biggest thing that I'm probably critical on. So, other than, I mean, you could say he's the worst figure because of his head sculpt. I don't think he is the worst figure we've ever got. I feel like we have got worse. You know, the Power Ranger body, when he's got his helmet on, looks absolutely stunning. I think they've done a fabulous job. So, you know, Hasbro, come on, don't leave us hanging all the way to 2025. We want to get some new releases in 2024 once you've reassessed yourselves, which I hope you do. So anyway, great figure, very happy with him. If you like my channel, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those already subscribed to my channel. You folks make my channel what it is. Make sure you look after yourself, and as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.